His decision.
I mean, I thought I won by split decision. It's a close fight, but I thought I won.
And Manny, like he has throughout his whole entire career, does a great job with 30 seconds left or even the 10-second clapper of throwing flurries, and the crowd reacts and steals rounds.
Manny Pacquiao, was history robbed by this decision? Because we've seen bad decisions, we've seen them before. They don't cost somebody the way it cost Manny Pacquiao. That would have been historic, and we get a draw instead.
In the wake of Manny Pacquiao's majority draw bout with Mario Barrios on July 19th, reports have surfaced suggesting that Pacquiao has leaked proof of judges manipulating the outcome. While no verified documentation or official statement corroborates that accusation, the boxing community is already buzzing.
But Manny Pacquiao, was history robbed by this decision? Because we've seen bad decisions, we've seen them before. They don't cost somebody the way it cost Manny Pacquiao. That would have been historic, and we get a draw instead. What's your opinion?
Everyone's screaming robbery, and I understand. I mean, the nostalgia of watching Manny Pacquiao go out there and do what he did. I mean, he was absolutely incredible for his age. In terms of, was he incredible for Manny Pacquiao? No, because Manny from 10 years ago, I think, would ice Barrios in one round. But this version of Manny Pacquiao, which it was so amazing to watch. I mean, what a legend. For him to be able to do what he did at this advanced age, come back from a 4-year hiatus, has a fun 4 years, step right into a 12-rounder.
Off a loss, by the way.
And look that damn good. And listen, I know you're gonna be like, oh, he didn't, he looked okay. Barrios didn't look good at all. Doesn't matter. Against Ugas, he didn't look good. Pacquiao looked bad in the Ugas fight. He looked good in this fight. So I don't know. I'm over the moon for Manny Pacquiao. His ability to do what he did at this stage of his career, the fact that he always comes back, he's always looking for the biggest challenges.
Fans, analysts, and Pacquiao himself have decried the scoring. One judge favored Barrios 115-113, while two scored it 114-114. Amid widespread belief, Pacquiao clearly led after 12 rounds. If what's being whispered has substance, say internal communications or scorecard irregularities, it could thrust the fight into a full-blown scandal, calling into question the integrity of the judging system at Las Vegas's MGM Grand.
This fight against Mario Barrios was a bit of a roller coaster ride because, it looked for a minute there like this could have been an Ugas situation and Manny was going to look a little sad. Trying to get on my scorecard here, it was not a hard fight to score. I'll tell you that one right now, because first round, obviously a Manny Pacquiao round, Barrios didn't even throw punches. Second round was a little closer, but I still thought Pacquiao had the action. And my thinking going into this is why I bet on Pacquiao. I've been to a couple Barrios fights in Vegas. I've seen him fight on a couple of cards, a Canelo card, Benavidez card. I've interviewed Barrios at least twice, I think maybe 3 times. Really good dude, San Antonio, super solid. A bigger welterweight, but has had some tough goes when he stepped up in competition. Gervonta Davis fight comes to mind.
Despite ongoing debates over punch output and Manny's aggressiveness, many fans shifted attention to Mario Barrios' underwhelming performance. The younger champion failed to inject urgency or sustain defense, leaving viewers puzzled by his lack of aggression. Barrios did not demand the center of the ring or force pace, leading some to speculate he may have been overly cautious, intimidated perhaps by Pacquiao's legacy and veteran presence. Ultimately, his passive, risk-averse game plan gave the impression he didn't even do enough to justify a draw.
So yeah, everybody, so this is Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. So yeah, everybody, Manny Pacquiao, this ended in a draw. So yeah, but this was a good fight. Very good fight. I thought Pacquiao edged it. Based off, I don't know, maybe eye-catching work. But Barrios was, I would say, was slipping away. Halfway through 6-7, around that there. And then he came back in the last couple of rounds. But in the same time, I think Pacquiao did enough to win the fight. But it was a great fight, everybody. Manny Pacquiao looked far from done in this fight. He looked fantastic, looked like Father Time didn't beat him, and he was quite impressive tonight. And more impressive than the expedition he did face in Japan not too long ago. So you know, it was a great fight. Unfortunately, there was no win put down to either fighter. It was a draw. Second draw for Barrios too. His last draw was from the Abdul Ramos. So, yeah. So this was a great fight, everybody. What do you guys think about it? I thought it was a very, very good fight. And yeah.
Former two-time welterweight champion Sean Porter, who knows Pacquiao intimately from their sparring days, didn't hold back in his reaction. He declared it was nearly impossible to award rounds to Barrios, saying, "It was really hard for me to give Mario rounds. I don't feel like Mario took charge at any points. If you had a meter, it was really swinging Manny's way the whole way." Porter blasted the decision as blatant incompetence, lamenting that judges don't understand this school. "This is Harvard. This is Yale. They're not even in high school." He concluded with brutal honesty, "I don't trust judges." His comments echo the outrage that Pacquiao's performance deserved a clear victory, not the majority draw it received.
What do you think about the overall matchup?
Everything, man. I watched him train like last week or the week before, and amazing to see him still move and bounce and do all the same things that he was doing in camp years ago when I was with him. So he's still locked in. He's still him, Crazy, but he is. You know what they say, man. The last thing to go is that power.
Listen, we've seen Manny on the end of bad decisions before. Timothy Bradley, excuse me. Jeff Horn fight, Shout out to Tim. I know how you feel about that. Family. But this is what he's got to deal with. You can't go through a camp, do what you just did right there. We saw all the heart, everything that we've always seen from Manny, and this is the result. Shout out to Mario. He made the fight difficult just from being a big guy who is a better boxer than I realized, came to the ring with a true game plan to try to box and be patient, find openings and things of that nature. I don't think that Mario did enough to win. I don't think he did enough for a draw. I think that there was a lot more that he could have done. But the main thing is the style that he chose to box was actually a good style to use against Manny Pacquiao. They were saying that they were going to come right to the middle of the ring, and they did. But they came to the middle of the ring, and then they circled, they moved, they worked behind the jab. Not enough jabs, not enough of everything for Mario.
Veteran trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas offered a nuanced take on the Pacquiao-Barrios decision. Having watched the bout closely on his show, he explained it was a very close fight with a lot of close rounds, and that although some viewers might have felt robbed, the draw was a fair outcome. Atlas admitted Pacquiao stumbled a little bit, like you might see in a 46-year-old, but eventually got the act together. While he acknowledged fans could have scored it for Pacquiao, he insisted it wasn't the robbery many claimed. For Atlas, the decision to call it a draw didn't offend his sense of fairness. It reflected how close the competition truly was.
All right, but we're going to pick it up. The return of the legend, the icon, Manny Pacquiao from Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM. Took on the WBC 147-pound welterweight champion, Mario Barrios. And this was Manny's return to the ring. 4 years of inactivity since his last fight versus Ugas. And Manny, in my opinion, I'm very impressed at 46 years old to see Manny Pacquiao doing what he was doing out there. I didn't see the legs of the past to close those gaps or the explosion. But you did see Manny Pacquiao throwing his flurries and going back to his old style of fighting. So with that being said, Bud, I just want to get right into it. I want to get your breakdown of this fight. There's a lot of people out there saying that Manny Pacquiao was robbed. I thought this fight was very intriguing because of how close it was. It was a lot of hard rounds to score. And Manny, like he has throughout his whole entire career, does a great job with 30 seconds left or even the 10-second clapper of throwing flurries, and the crowd reacts and steals rounds. With that being said, I was shocked to not hear Manny Pacquiao's name called as the winner because of that. I did think it was a draw, but again, I thought Manny's name would be called. What did you think? What did you make of this fight?
First of all, I watched the fight. Thank you to all the great UFC people, Glenn and Charlie Monahan and all those people. They actually got me a feed in the suite on the set in New Orleans. While in between we were doing hits for UFC, they made it possible for me to watch the fight live. So I appreciate that. So also with that atmosphere, that environment, there's some distractions going on. But I saw the fight. I saw it good. I saw it solid. I make these statements. I think my son is right on the button, first of all. And with everything that he just laid out, when you're talking about an icon, a guy like this, 46 years old, just a special fighter.
Jim Gray has also voiced strong criticism following the Pacquiao-Barrios majority draw, declaring unequivocally that Pacquiao won the fight. Calling the result a disgrace for the boxing world, Gray emphasized that Manny's effective aggression, cleaner power shots, and superior ring generalship clearly set him apart. He expressed deep frustration that the judges failed to acknowledge what was evident to most viewers. Gray's reaction aligned with a chorus of boxing analysts and fans who felt the decision was unjust.
Right? And
Okay.
then 2 114s.
I thought Manny
It was a
won.
close fight. I think Manny did a good job towards the end. Last round I gave it to Barrios, but the last
But
5
still,
rounds,
yeah,
the 12,
I had
it
the
was-
same way.
It was Manny Pacquiao. I thought Barrios was gonna take it, but I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Well,
Great job by Manny Pacquiao. Was 46 years old.
4 years old, 46. Look,
Yeah, I mean,
and you know
that's
boxing,
amazing.
so people can't say
Amazing.
that you're biased or you're just a
No,
straight.
I think he did great. I mean,
I think
for
he
his
won.
age,
Regardless.
He's not the Manny that we used to know, but
right.
thank God he didn't lose.
Veteran boxer turned analyst Fernando Vargas expressed clear frustration at the Pacquiao versus Barrios draw, but also conceded that the judge's decision was technically fair. In his reaction clip, Vargas said Pacquiao looked great and referenced the crowd's belief that Manny won. Yet he acknowledged that Barrios had some strong rounds late, justifying the draw on paper. Vargas stressed that while he was disappointed, especially given the legend status of Pacquiao, he respected the judges' official scorecards and recognized that the split opinions among ringside observers mirrored the outcome.
Fernando Senior, Brian.
¿Qué pasa?
How'd you
¿Cómo
guys
estás,
do?
güey?
Chido.
Bien.
¿Cómo está, carnal? ¿Todo bien? Iba a pelear con el... Sí. Pero me la quitaron para pelear de la letal. Ya está, pues. Sí, avísale a nosotros para que podamos correr, entrenar.
Estoy con Ricky Cubas.
Ah, pues está bien. Ahora, dígale que...
What you guys think? What you think about it?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Positive like the decision.
I'm not, I don't know. It's I thought it was a draw.
You thought it was a draw?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Right. Keith bet on a draw. So he thought it was a draw too.
Who thought?
Thurman.
Yeah, I thought it was a draw.
Why did you think it was a draw?
As it went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean,
Did you like what you saw from Manny Senior? Did you like how he fought?
who?
Senior. Sorry, Manny, I mean.
Oh, yeah, definitely did great. I mean, you can tell that he's not 100% like he used to be because, it showed that he was not as quick as he was once, you know what I mean? So, Manny did his thing, though.
But I think Pacquiao still put on, man. You saw, whether you're a Filipino, Mexican, you saw boxing. And I think that's what boxing is missing. Just the heart.
Critics repeatedly underscore corruption in boxing as a recurring and deeply frustrating theme, particularly when it involves Manny Pacquiao. They express strong dissatisfaction with the draw decision in the Pacquiao versus Barrios fight, insisting that it's yet another example of the sport failing its fans. Based on their analysis, critics believe Pacquiao was leading after 9 rounds, with Barrios only taking 2 of the final 3 rounds, making the draw unjustified. Critics emphasize that such outcomes tarnish the credibility of boxing and rob both fighters and fans of a fair result. They imply that these controversial decisions happen to Pacquiao far too often and demand accountability, calling it an ongoing disservice to the sport.
He's not happy with the draw. That's 2 in a row for him, by the way. But, in Barrios' defense, he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. So I think he was maybe a little psyched out. I really think. And most of Pacquiao's opponents are. It's the Pac-Man. You should be a little afraid. And Jude and I think we agreed during the fight that both of these guys, at some point, they're acting like they're afraid of each other. It's a weird fight. I'm not happy. Nobody should be happy with the draw. But let's get on to bigger and, well, not better things. Let's just get to reality, okay? It's corruption in boxing. Nothing new. We've seen this before. But why does it seem to happen? Why is Manny Pacquiao the victim so often, as opposed to other fighters where it may happen once or twice? Did Pacquiao win? it was a very close fight. I had Pacquiao leading after 9 rounds, and the championship rounds, I think Barrios took two of those 3 rounds. So very tight fight. I think Pacquiao probably won.
Salt Papi, known for his animated and fiery reactions, had a lot to say after the Pacquiao-Barrios majority draw. He commended Pacquiao's performance, suggesting the legend did his best and clearly deserved a decisive win. However, Salt Papi quickly shifted to the future, enthusiastically calling for 2 blockbuster matchups, a rematch with Floyd Mayweather, and a showdown with Davis. In his words, fight Floyd Mayweather or Gervonta Tank, pointing to these as the ideal next steps for Pacquiao's comeback journey. His excitement mirrors the boxing world's hunger for high-profile, legacy-defining bouts for Pac-Man.
Only here for Fight Hub TV, joined by the one, the only Salt Papi.
Come on.
It's been a while out the ring. Good to see you back.
Yes,
not long to go now. You're going to be fighting Tony Ferguson. Dreams really do come true. It's good to see you. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I've been training really hard. I've been learning new strategies, new techniques. Like after the King Kenny fight, I went to training straight away because I knew I'm going to have a tougher challenge, and I'll be prepared for the best Tony.
How do you feel like you're doing in this current form you're in? It feels like you've come of age these last few fights. Is this the best period of your boxing career so far?
I feel yes. I feel stronger in this body. I feel like I'm going to stay in this weight class. And yeah, all my previous fights has been a knockout.
Let's talk about some professional boxing. Your good friend Manny Pacquiao fought on the weekend. I don't know how he's coming back at the age he is, and in many people's eyes, beating a world champion in Mario Barrios. You saw that fight, right? What did you think?
Come out 40-60, and people in the comments say I'm gonna knock out Tony. He's only 41. he fought the best of the best. Yeah. So I only fought influencers, except for Anthony Taylor and Josh Brockner. And that's about it. Like sometimes I get lucky.
Yeah. Have you spoken to Manny recently? I know you're friends with him.
No. I haven't spoken to him. No.
What would you want to see him do next?
Fight Floyd Mayweather or Gervonta Tank.
You think he beats Tank, near prime Tank Davis?
We'll see. Like styles make fights.
Mario Barrios has sparingly drawn power comparisons between Manny Pacquiao and Gervonta Tank Davis, but when he did, he was candid. Barrios acknowledged that both Pacquiao and Davis can definitely crack, and noted that Davis once knocked him down multiple times before winning by stoppage in their June 2021 bout. Still, Pacquiao left an impression too, Barrios said, admitting he felt legitimate power behind Pacquiao's shots. Critics repeatedly underscore corruption in boxing as a recurring and deeply frustrating theme, particularly when it involves Manny Pacquiao. They express strong dissatisfaction with the draw decision in the Pacquiao versus Barrios fight, insisting that it's yet another example of the sport failing its fans. Many analysts felt Pacquiao clearly took at least 6 rounds, showcasing his trademark speed and crisp combinations that had the crowd roaring. Even Mario Barrios admitted afterward that Pacquiao is still an incredible fighter with surprising punching power. In a candid interview, Khan said, "Manny is a legend, no doubt about that, but boxing is a young man's sport. At 46, your reflexes, recovery time, and overall durability just aren't the same. I'd hate to see someone like him get hurt because he's pushing his body beyond its limit." Khan emphasized that while Pacquiao still looks sharp in training videos, there's a difference between looking good in the gym and surviving 12 rounds against a hungry younger opponent like Mario Barrios.
And Manny got in touch with me as well. Manny was like, "Shall we do a fight? He's quite serious about it. He was like, "Shall we make a fight happen?" I go, "Listen, if you can get a funder, if you can get someone like a Turkey Yellow Sheikh on board, then why not?"
There's no, I mean, that must be able to be made. That I mean, surely
you do that for the right money, right?
Massive. Look, we've had our best days, and I think a fight like that would definitely sell. I mean, Manny having a massive Philippine fan base, and all around the world really, and then obviously myself, I've got a decent fan base as well. So I think it will definitely sell, and people would like to see. When people make comebacks, I mean, people always like to see them see how the fight's going to be. And me and Manny are probably in the same position. We'd be both being retired for like 3-4 years. I think it will make a good fight.
And you're only 38 as well, I mean. So we've seen boxers older than that getting back into the ring. I mean, it's still at a good age where you certainly could box again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at George Foreman, the late George Foreman. he was a great champion, and he came back. I think he must have been in his late 40s when he come back and won a world title as well. So look, in boxing, it's always that one punch. And at the same time, though, guys, is that I look back and think, do I need to get back in the ring again? We've always been prize fighters. I've always taken punches to the head. It could just be that one punch that hurts you, and God forbid you get hurt and you can't spend good quality time with your family.
The Pacquiao versus Barrios fight has reignited long-standing concerns about fairness and integrity in boxing. For many, this wasn't just a close fight. It was another chapter in a troubling pattern where Manny Pacquiao, despite his legendary status and clear performance, ends up on the wrong side of judging. Whether it's due to systemic bias, poor judging standards, or something deeper, critics and fans alike are demanding answers.
Fight, Chava?
115, 113 for Pacquiao.
Me too. So why did the judges get it wrong? Every fighter, Teofimo Lopez is supposed to be 9-3, Sean Porter had Pacquiao. How did they get it a draw?
I don't know. I just talked with Mario Barrios, and he told me he was very difficult for him to trying to figure out the Manny Pacquiao style. And Manny Pacquiao feel that he won. Obviously, everyone right there feel that they won. And let's see what's happening. I don't know, with the rematch
or Mayweather or Rolly or Tank.
A lot of options for Manny Pacquiao. That he's a great fighter. He's an unbelievable sportsman. So
the best.
It's incredible. Has been incredible, and it's a big surprise, big and nice surprise to see Manny Pacquiao at the 46. Looking right there.
Amazing, and it's good for boxing.
Absolutely.
It's great. Thank you so much, Trevor.
What do you think is behind this repeated injustice toward Pacquiao? Was the draw fair, or another example of boxing politics at work? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.